And I don't know if any of y'all have ever been there, but it is beautiful. Beautiful. I never even heard of it. It's on the beach. And I rented a little bungalow about 2 blocks from the beach, and a little man came up to me and gave me the keys and said, water's going to come up out of this ocean and come up over this thing and kill y'all. Okay, let me tell y'all, it's probably like Wilmington, North Carolina. Big, fine homes, one right after another, with boats pulled up to them in the water like cars in a driveway. And I'd never seen anything like that, and I thought, who are these people? So I said to them, who are you people? What do y'all do for a living? And they said, we farm. A lot of us farm. And I said, what? I'm from farming people. What are y'all farming out here? And they said, strawberries and dope. They're growing a lot of dope in California. And see, I'm not used to that. Tennessee, there's nothing legal, recreation or medical in Tennessee. But CBD stores have popped up all over Knoxville, Tennessee. And the rumor is the dope is a-coming. And they say that's where the dope is a-going. Is in those CBD stores. So I was with my physical therapist, Justin, and he was working on my sciatica right here and inflammation in my hip. And then sometimes my plantar fasciitis flares up when I'm eating too much bread. And he said, Leanne, I've been hearing a lot of good things about CBD. I think it's very anti-inflammatory. He goes, why don't you, there's a woman that's opened up a CBD store in this strip mall. Why don't you go down there and talk to her when we get finished? And so I walked down there, and I had to pass the Subway. Sandwiches. And it was hard for me not to go in there because I like that bread. And I thought, oh my Lord, I'm in AFib. I'm in AFib. And I need to go to the emergency room right now. But I thought, I didn't tell Chuck Morgan what I'd done. And he's not going to know what to tell the doctor. Everything went through my head. Then I started thinking, the police are coming. The police are coming. I sat up until 2 a.m. monitoring my own heart rate. I eventually fell off to sleep, but it wasn't a good sleep. I wallered in the bed. And for all the people in the United States, wallering means I wallered in the bed. And I just wallered. I wallered all night in the bed and dreamed horrible things. I dreamed that me and John Wayne fought Ricardo Montalban on horseback all night. I've never taken another one of those gummies, but I didn't throw them away. They're in my closet. I don't make eye contact with them. I just walk by them. The second weekend we were in California, we went to Brea, which is beautiful too, and beautiful, sweet, precious people there too. And that was going to be the weekend that my baby child turned 25. And her daddy called me and said, I want to be with y'all. I'm going to buy a plane ticket and I'm coming out there. It's a bad place, okay? I was in a bad place, and I think I'd gone up a size in my pants. And she asked me about J-Lo. She goes, is she going to heaven? And I said, I don't know. I don't know. I think she needs to mature spiritually. And she's going through a lot of men right now. I said it. I remember saying it, and it was wrong. And I'm sorry. And I should have never said it. One reason I shouldn't have said it, I went through as many men as J-Lo ever thought about going through, honey. It was terrible. Terrible. The only difference was mine were not successful people. So real quick, let's just recap some of J-Lo's men. We don't have time for all of them, but remember that little first one, the backup dancer? Remember him, Chris? I think his name is Chris. What happened to him? Has anybody checked on him? And then she was with Ben Affleck the first time, and they could have eaten each other's lips off. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was too volatile. And then he married little Jennifer Garner. I know, and I've never met her, but she looks like she'd be precious, and she looks like she shops at the Loft. Like everybody else. All this money, we gotta go, we gotta get up there. Everybody, and these little children, stunned. Wake up. And then I had to get all those little children dressed with all those layers, long underwear, going down a line, trying to get kids dressed, and they were half asleep, flopping. By the time I got them dressed, I feel like I had hoed an acre of tobacco. And then I'd have to make lunch for everybody because 3 chicken tenders cost $45 up on that mountain. And then it'd be time to get on that shuttle to ride up to the mountain. And we'd have to carry everybody's stuff because they were little bitty children. They go, I can't hold my helmet. I can't carry anything. I've lost my gloves. I don't know where anything is. And we would pack like pack mules trying to get everything on that shuttle. And then I'd have to put ski boots on little children. They go, no, Mommy, no, don't put those ski boots on me. And I don't blame them. Have y'all ever had a ski boot on? Every time I've ever put one on, I think, my shins are bleeding. My boots are filling up with blood. I can feel it. Here's one of the memories that I have. This baby child back here that's my makeup artist and travels with me, she says now she's my caregiver. She kind of is. But she has been a joy. That's my third baby. And she's been a joy and so funny, but she's been a booger. She's been a booger, honey. She does what she wants to. She has since she was 18 months old. You can't do a thing with her. And we were skiing. She was probably 4 or 5 that year. And I bought her, a hot pink outfit from Land's End. I was so tickled. And everybody had gone off skiing. It was just me and her. And we were going in the little gondola up to the bunny slope. And it doesn't go, does Chuck Morgan get mad at you talking about him? And I go, no. He wants me to talk about him. He'll say, tell him this. He goes, why don't you tell him about the time I got arrested? Okay. It was over 25 years ago. We had 3 little children under the age of 5, and his company sent us the very first trip to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And I was so tickled that I was going to get to go. I'd never been anywhere like that. And my little mom and daddy took care of my babies for a week for me, so I didn't have to worry about them. And I was so excited. We flew out of our little airport in Knoxville, Tennessee. It took all day, like 12 hours, like mules, trains, planes, boats, I don't know, to get on the other side, the Pacific side. And we get in a hotel room. And I had to do unspeakable things. For 7 days. I never saw Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. By the end of that week, I was depleted. And then it was time to fly all the way back. Took another 12 hours to get back. We get into East Tennessee to our little airport, and we landed at midnight. And we had to drive up into East Tennessee where we were living, and I thought, if I could just put my hands on those babies and go to bed, everything's going to be all right. And but darn, if Chuck Morgan doesn't get pulled off by the police, I think he was going too fast. And what he ended up getting arrested for, it wasn't something bad, but we didn't know that. I think it was another ticket that he needed to pay. And we're on the side of the road, and the police car's in front of us, and I'm looking through the headlights at the police, and I'm thinking, this won't take long. We'll be out of here before you know it. I'll be home. They come around and they get his license, and then they get him out of the car and they take him around the front. And I'm watching all this in the headlights, and they cuff him. And he turns around at me, and I go, and he mouths something at me like, oh, good Lord.